Guess who's back?
You're now listening to Unapologetic, the podcast, with your two hosts, Trey and Reg, discussing any and everything unfiltered.
I rarely come in with music, and with YouTube, you can only do like 15 seconds for copyright, but I want to start out like this though.
This thing made me look bald-headed.
Bald-headed scallywag, stand up. What? Hey. All right, but anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Unapologetic, the podcast. Welcome back to another episode. Reg, the Prime Minister. As y'all see, I don't have Dre with me. We do episodes when we can here and there. Anybody that's a loyal supporter and viewer, listener, whatever, they know the situation between, recording with me and Dre. So, it's nothing. But I have found me someone that I can podcast with that, I have continuity with. I hate having, random people every episode. So I love to have some kind of continuity. You know what I'm saying, between episodes, to where it's not like uncommon, well, not uncommon, but just like randomness. And it feels like, it feels like you're filling somebody out and whatever else. And even for me and for the listeners or viewers, you know what I'm saying? Yes, that it does kind of make you look like you're kind of like bald-headed, but whatever.
I know.
Well, so when you just did that, like, it was all good. But anyway, for those that are listening and not viewing, y'all don't know what we're talking about. So you just have to but yeah. But anyway, Reg, the Prime Minister, Unapologetic, the podcast. We're back. Guest Cherie, aka Red Diamond, needs no further introduction because she's been on plenty of times for y'all to know who she is. This episode, I don't know. This is what, this is Wednesday, but
Wednesday.
I want to do it Tuesday, but I pushed it off.
70.
Ooh.
71.
Right. No, this is
one of them.
This episode 70. You're right.
Okay.
Pushed it off. I'm eating leftovers and because from Taco Tuesday, and I'm drinking margaritas. my margaritas. That's good. That's a primarita. Yes, y'all, we are drinking margaritas. This is
margarita.
The reason why, because I'm eating leftovers from yesterday, Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. I just decided off the like out of nowhere just to do me a little Taco Tuesday here by myself. And when you're single, you're gonna always have leftovers, so you have to
struggle.
You have to leftover it up, right?
The struggle.
Yeah. Well, yeah, for struggle for so many reasons, but yeah. So that's where I'm at right now. But what up, Miss Red Diamond? What's good with you? We don't want to know because you about to shit on. Listen, you about to shit on Washington, so. But no. So how are you? Because we're in that season. So how are you mentally?
I'm okay. It's I'm making it as long as it is the holiday season and I don't have any family out here in Washington. All my family is in Georgia. But we've been doing a lot of FaceTime calls lately. So, it makes it better. We're about to go on half day at work. So, makes it even better because I know I'm not going to be at work all day.
So, y'all doing half day and not day on, day off?
Yeah, half day. I know.
Half day schedule.
Yeah, that's cool. We about to have these days off. December in the military is like a wash anyway.
Yeah, low impact all the time.
Yeah. So, but my son's excited about Christmas as always, so that's a plus. That is a plus.
I mean, he's a
Just
child.
ready.
Of course, he's gonna be excited.
Yeah, he wants everything in the world.
You should ask him. So ask him, say, have you been good enough to get presents, or do you deserve a lump of coal? Just ask him that. Just see what he says, and then and then be like, well, you remember back in September when I told you to da da da, and you blah blah blah. Do you think like you were being good? Do you think you were being like a good, like just like shake him up, like put a little fear in, like
just play with, yeah.
like you should do
like,
it.
Santa Claus ain't coming to see you.
Yeah, like. Well, you say that, but I remember back in February when I told you to clean your room, and I came in there, and you were playing with that, like
Fortnite.
shake him up a little bit, like.
Yeah.
So now that you.
What about you?
Speaking about holidays and everything, I don't know if it's just this year now, because I haven't really thought about it to when I get like in the mood or the spirit, but I haven't reached that point yet as right now. So I can't, I haven't really thought about it to that point to where I can compare it to of other years, but I'm not in the spirit. Earlier today, I was debating on whether I should just decorate, put up a tree. I'm not decorating outside. Like, I'm not doing all that shit. That's not happening. That's not happening shit. But I was like thinking about it and debating on, whether I'm going to put up a tree, the stockings and all the other stuff. And I don't know yet. I'm still on the fence. I think I'm going to do it just for
you should.
Just for the aesthetics and do it. Make it a little festive around here, holiday spirit, whatever. I might. But I haven't decided. So
you should.
We'll see.
You should do it. It'll help you. It'll help get into the holiday spirit.
Yeah, maybe. And this year, me being completely, it's just me. That may be, a difference in it to where I think like maybe that's why I might be on the fence, because last year I did have, my daughter and granddaughter here. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Outside of that, everything is slow motion, taking a day at a time, working out, miscellaneous stuff here and there. Just, I don't know, like it is what it is at this point,
it is what it is.
And there, I guess I'm occupying myself with, certain things, trying to, I guess get in school, quote unquote, focusing on other things. And so the closer I get to January 1, one thing that is like really bothering me, anxiety, PTSD, all the other shit that just, like I've been saying before, just the unknown, and also this, we're gonna audit your last two or
paycheck,
last paycheck or your last two paychecks. So, like, because, like everybody else, I do have things that are set up to come out monthly, auto draft,
automatic,
automatic. So, you never know how that works with everything. And then, I don't know. But we'll see. It's
gonna be an adjustment, but I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be an adjustment. I definitely believe in, God's will is God's will. So what happens is gonna happen. I do feel like he makes a way.
Absolutely, always.
I've always felt like, anytime I've been in a situation or predicament, somehow a way, I've came out and, it's been for, the better. I've learned the lesson or whatever else. So, I mean, regardless if it's, the way it happens, I'm going to learn a lesson from it, and it's going, prepare me for bigger and better. So
Absolutely.
It is, on that aspect. But
yeah,
yeah,
you'll be fine.
let me take a sip of this Primarita. This thing is good. But
what flavor are you drinking? Regular?
this is regular, degular, schmegular, margarita. But
Margarita, Primarita.
Yes, it's not a regular margarita. It's a Primarita. Primarita. That's, you know what? Episode 70, Primarita.
Oh God, here we go.
There we go. We talked about it enough. But so here's a question I asked you earlier, because we were talking about something, and I wanted to know, because I don't know, because I'm not a woman.
Mm-hmm.
What are some women codes? And like, just like women codes, women laws, or whatever else, like things that y'all, I guess, like between women, homegirls, that y'all live and die by, or maybe even just yours in general, that you like, you know what? Because I know, like, there are some for men that I would say, like, yo, listen, like, we're not supposed to cross them lines. Like, that's man code.
Right.
What for? So
I think
or some for women.
So for me, I think not messing with your homegirl's ex. Especially especially
really? No, so for you.
Yeah.
But does that happen way more often than you think it should happen?
So I think it does happen, because
is it really women code though?
I would feel some type of way if my homegirl started dating one of my exes. It makes me think that maybe you were checking him out the whole time that we were together. That's just that. But, people come back together, and, I don't know. I just feel like anybody that I've dated in the past is off limits to my homegirls, you know what I mean? Not associates, but homegirls.
Well, so hold on, let's differentiate. So,
okay,
to your homegirls or to your bitches?
Okay.
to the ones you really fuck with. Because so for some women, they be like, oh, that's my homegirl, but nah, that's my bitch right there. Like, we like.
Okay, so to my bitches, no, that's a no-go. And I don't even, and
you don't even use that phrase like that, right?
No, I don't. Right. But to my girls that really get down with me, or I really fuck with, they already know. I don't even think that's not even something to talk about, because it is what it is. You just don't do that. It's like, oh, aren't you sure you just fuck with Cherie? Yeah. You know what I mean? Completely off limits. Just like if I'm fucking with someone, I'm not gonna fuck around with that person. Or if I know this is a homeboy of a guy that I used to date or mess around with, I'm not gonna go fuck around with his friend or his homeboy that I know he fuck with like that. I'm just not gonna do it. That's just me though.
All right, so
maybe let me see. This is kind of, I don't know about this. Maybe like when you're, so I used to do this a lot. I used to, buy clothes or whatever, and people be like, "Oh, that's cute. Where you get that from?" I would never tell them where I bought my outfit or whatever, because I'm like, "Bitch, you're not about to go get this." You know what I mean? Like, no, I don't know. That I used to. So again, for my bitches, my homegirls, the girls that I really rock with, I'd be like, hey, go check out this boutique, or go check out this. They got some nice stuff. Before, I would be like, I got this. I've been had it in the closet for a while. That's just, I don't know. I don't even know if that's like woman code, woman law, whatever. That's just something.
Well, it might be. Well, it might be like, well, so I would think more along the lines of like, because as women, I don't know how y'all do it, but so as a man, me envisioning it, y'all are going out together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Us men, we don't really do this, but I would envision it because I've been around and dated enough women to where, when we were going out, maybe one of her homegirls or another group of girls, or a group of girls was coming out, she was like, oh, she said she wearing this, so I gotta wear this. Because I'm trying to be the baddest bitch in the club or the baddest bitch in the spot or the comedy show or whatever else. So I would think that, maybe y'all are showing each other outfits and like, oh, don't wear that. Like, I'm about to wear this, or don't wear that color. So far as in you giving out, like not telling them where you got, maybe you could tell them where you got it from, but they don't wear it like at the same time or whatever.
So again, like I said, I used to be like that. I used to be like, no, I got it. It's been in the closet for a while or whatever. But now I'll be like, yeah, I got it at this boutique. Go check them out. They got some nice stuff. And just like you said, yes, when I'm going out with the girls or whatever, I'll be like, hey, what you wearing? You wearing jeans? You wearing this? You dressing up? How you dressing? You know what I mean? So because I don't want to show up overdressed and then she's just like casual, you know what I mean? Or, you know what I mean? Like I show up to a lounge or whatever and I got a dress on or whatever, and she'd show up in like some jeans or whatever, it's just, I guess it just I need to know how to look or how to dress for the occasion. Yeah.
Right. I mean, I guess I can dig it. You know what? but
hold on.
So listening to him, I think so for men, for me, there are a couple things. Yours seem kind of like for me, the first one is a definite. Like I'm not fucking with anybody else that one of my close niggas was ever fucking with. And I've never, and even if it was like somebody I was cool with or acquainted with, I've never fucked with. Like, because I never know what kind of situation I may find myself in with this guy. We may be out, you know what I'm saying? Even though we're not really close like that, we might happen to be hanging out with each other.
Right.
And my girl might be there, or she might pull up later on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I never want to be in the same vicinity or in the same company with somebody I could share like specifics with on my or even if like she come to me and she's like looking bad as she's gonna be, and he's like, damn, I remember how that pussy used to feel.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that ain't me. But there are dudes like that. So there are some dudes that might say like, okay, you can fuck with her, but my side bitch, there's that word again, my side bitch, or that's my bottom bitch, or whoever else. Nah, like that ain't the one. You know what I'm saying? Like there are some niggas that will share a particular woman they're messing with, but you can't fuck with my side bitch, or you can't fuck with
Why it gotta be the side?
I don't know.
That's
not me. That's not me. Or the bottom. Like there are niggas like that. Like, yo, you can holler at da 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 da, but that one right there, like she hold me down, she take care of me. That's my ride or die. You can't fuck with her, and that might not even be the main. That might be the side, because just because she ride or die and she does this, you do that, you can't fuck with her. Like, nah.
So why is that always? It's always like the guy want to take care of that side, side bitch versus the main.
We can get into that one of these days. We can definitely get into that one of these days.
Okay.
So me and Aisha, we kind of made we was talking one day on one of her podcasts, one of her episodes, and we were talking, like the question came up, why does the side take care of you better than the main? But we never like really dug into it. We was like going to get into that conversation one day, and I would like to get into it one day, but it's hard to find people that really want to dig into that conversation to where, oh, my side was like top notch, like the stuff I couldn't vent to my main about, or my main wasn't going to do this or do that, like the side, was
so it's almost like your side piece is bringing you that peace that you need, that your relationship is not giving, right?
maybe you don't want to hear that though, because we try to get into that conversation.
Okay. Okay.
But so for those that don't know, me and Sherita are great friends. We talk all the time, text all the time, bounce conversations and topics off each other, have very deep, thoughtful, intellectual conversations, whether it's relationship, all that other stuff. But yeah, so that was a conversation like you really didn't want to have yesterday. But whatever. Whatever. So are there any more? As far as in, I guess like things like for that you would consider like woman code or these unwritten rules or things that you probably shouldn't have to speak on that a woman would like. Okay, I know, but
let me think. I think that's like, well, the one I said first is the main one, the first one that came to my head. The other ones, I don't know. I don't think there's a lot for women. Like, I really don't.
Really?
I don't think there is.
So let me ask you this question. And this is just something I just thought of. So as a man, what my homeboy does is his business. I know you, my homeboy, and his wife. But if we happen to go out, and I have a good rapport with his wife.
Yeah.
If I happen to go out, he's on something, he's doing something, that ain't my business. Like So
that is considered law.
I might think that's man code. Like I'm not gonna be like, if his wife come to me and like, I know y'all was out last night. Was Mike out there? Blah 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 blah. Nah, Mike was cool. I don't know anything about what Mike was doing. I was minding my business. I was buying drinks over here. Da 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 da. Like I'm not, but I do know for a fact that there are some women that would be like that will spill the beans right away.
I mean, I think maybe those are the women that, I think those are the women that are trying to maybe make a point or something. But I feel like certain stuff like that right there, why is that even like a code? That's just like self-explanatory to me. Like, yo, if we go out, if we go on a girls trip and you do whatever, like I'm not coming back specifically telling your man, your husband or whatever, this is what happened on our trip. Like whatever happens on the trip happens on the trip. If you just meet somebody and you have a one night stand and fuck this dude, that is none of my fucking business.
All right. So I'm glad you said that. You just brought up a whole different shit. So, all right. So how many of your friends that you really fuck with, let's just say you was married, right?
Yeah.
They all knew your husband, who knew who your husband was. They've met him, been around him. Y'all went on a girls trip, right? And you, let's say y'all, wherever y'all was at, you met a dude,
right?
He just charmed the draws off of your ass. He charmed the draws off your ass.
Literally?
How many? Yeah, literally, figuratively, and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Charm the draws off your ass. How many of your homegirls do you think will say, Cherie, don't do that? Like, nah, like, you married, girl. You know what I'm saying? And this man was like 100% charming. The girls, like when y'all met him, he was buying everybody drinks. He was like, everybody was like, oh my God, he's so nice. He's cute. He's blah, 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 blah. He charmed the draws off your ass. And you went home with him that night. How many of your homegirls would be like, Cherie, you married? Don't do that. How many of your homegirls do you think will stop you? Will say that shit?
I would like to think all of them. However,
You would like to think.
I would like to think all of them. However, I don't know. It may be that one that I just so happen to be with that be like, girl, handle your business. Or some shit. I would hope my host girls have my back where I'd be like, oh, sure, you good. You know, you just drunk. You'll regret it the next morning or whatever. But yeah, I would like to think all of them would be like, no, you good.
You ain't answer the question.
She just talking.
You said I would like to think. You said I would
Oh,
like to think.
okay. All right. So, all of them will have my back. I think they will look out.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they will look out. They will look out.
Hmm.
Because if not, that's some shit you take into the grave.
They gonna have to. But you know,
Yeah,
so with women, this is something I found out and figured out. With women, when y'all relationship goes sour, you better hope she don't say nothing about what the fuck happened when y'all went on that damn trip.
Yep.
Then you don't have to worry about that shit.
That's true.
The woman
That's
may
true.
air your ass out on social media. If y'all
Oh, she will. No,
yeah.
it's not gonna be on social media. She's gonna be like, well, let me jump in so-and-so's inbox. Let me tell him what we done or what happened on this trip. I don't fuck with that bitch no more. That's exactly how it would go down. That's exactly how it would go down. We so damn petty towards each other, and
God.
women are just evil towards each other,
I
especially
know.
when
so listen,
you know.
That's why I've had to let go of certain women friends this year.
Mm-hmm.
Like this year, I want to
like
as a recap of this year and how my year has been. I'm probably going like really have a deep personal podcast episode to you know friendships and relationships that have not you know that I'm not carrying over into 2022 as far as
absolutely
you know, how things are happening, you know.
Yep.
And I just thought about that recently.
But it shouldn't be like that, Reggie.
Even right now, it shouldn't. But so there are like women is different, just like I said. But like men, there are a couple men that I can name off the top of my head, probably three that I know for a fact like shit's not going nowhere.
Yeah.
Nowhere, regardless of what happens.
Yeah.
You know, and even regardless if it is if we did dirt together or separately, like I know shit about you, you know shit about me, whatever. From what I've seen, women aren't the same. Like I can know some shit about you, but if we fall out, I don't give a fuck what you know about me. I'm about to tell whatever the fuck I know about you. With the conversation me and you had about Kimberly.
Yep, Kimberly knows now.
When me and Kimberly talk, oh, that bitch Cherie said da 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 da. Even though me and you were talking shit about Kimberly together.
Yeah.
But
messy.
Another episode for another day. Another episode.
Hey, that's like a 2-hour episode.
Yeah, because listen, I can add some shit out, but whatever.
Air it out. Let me not hype you up.
So Nick Cannon. Sad situation about his son.
Yes. Yes.
I'm not like I said, episode 68. That was with me and Dre, right? Or was no, 69 was me and Dre. 68 was me and you. So we're gonna talk about episode 69, me and Dre. We did mention that we are not the celebrity podcast, news, sport talk, or whatever. We do sports, but we're not the celebrity news talk. But definitely, you know, condolences and everything to him and his family, his wife. Well, not wife, but the baby mother. Whatever they're going through. He recently mentioned, you know, the death of his child. that was 5 months old, and from cancer, brain cancer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Brain cancer. Yeah.
But me and you had I don't know what kind of conversation we had, but you mentioned that Nick Cannon is going out bad. This is prior to the talk of
His son.
about his son. So
Right.
is it really going out bad though? So if I'm let's say I'm walking on the street, right? I have the gray sweatpants on, and someone just happens to take a picture, and it's a nice print picture. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Is that really me? I'm asking. So am I going out bad? So it's a lot to unpack with Nick Cannon in general, far as in this year and everything that's happened with the kids,
right?
This, that, whatever else, being in the news, and for all intents and purposes, I don't know and I don't care.
Okay.
About what Nick Cannon has or what he does with it, whatever else. That's for you women to decide, because y'all went crazy over. You know what? Let's shelf that. Why do women go crazy over the size of a celebrity's dick?
Well, I don't know if it's just a celebrity, but size, okay, size matters to some women. The print is nice to look at. You know what I mean? I feel like Nick Cannon knew exactly what the fuck he was doing. You know what I mean? He got a nice well-tailored suit on or whatever. And all of a sudden you feel like you know your print is gonna show. He know what the fuck he was doing.
All right, so
he knew what he was doing.
So I don't know what angle.
And people, okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No.
Okay. So I will go. No, I will go. So
okay.
And the only reason why I said something is because I'm like really trying to think hard at what woman like nudes or picture or whatever else that men go crazy over. So I feel like every time there's a leak or a picture or whatever else of something that like because none of you women have seen a man, the real size of this man. It could be manufactured, it could be photoshopped, which is manufactured, right. Or it can be, or this nigga can have a crop, a sock, a dildo, whatever else, silicone shit, whatever it is. It is the most amazing thing to a woman. So I was trying to think, like, for us men, when have we ever been amazed by something that was posted? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, here's a picture of Rihanna's titties. Here's a picture of Beyonce's titties, Kim Kardashian. Like, I'm trying to think, like, when have men ever like just flooded or killed the internet? Like, oh my God, such and such news leak, or the nipple print of Beyonce or Rihanna, whoever else. Like, so it seems to think every time the dick print of a celebrity leaks for a man, the women are out of their mind. Like, it's like, oh my God, I see, like, so for Nick Cannon, I see why he has all the kids that he have. I see why. And on that note, Aisha told me, like, is women out here that's like, oh, this like having babies with niggas that got big dicks just because they got big dicks. Like, they got to find out what this nigga's hitting on. Oh, but that's another subject for another day. But for like, I don't know, like there's millions and millions of women that's acting like, okay, they ain't never seen a dick print or a dick print that was big, even though we don't know if that's the true size.
Right. So I think
find that case to where men are thinking like, oh my God, like Rihanna got a new video out, or you know what I'm saying? Like, or there's a picture of her with, like, I don't know. Why are these women, or a lot of y'all, so enamored with a dick print?
Because it's nice to look at. It's a dick print, you know, like I mean, I don't know, but the internet.
So let me ask
you.
So did you see what was going around?
Yeah, I saw it.
What was your thoughts?
Oh, he's a nice size. He's a nice size.
Okay.
He's a nice size. Funny thing is, my coworker, she busted out laughing today while we was at work. Mm-hmm. And I looked and she was like, she just said Nick Cannon. And I started laughing. I said, I'm pretty sure you're not talking about his son that just passed away. And she bust out like even harder. And she was like, no. And her comment was automatically, oh, I know why he got all them babies now. I know exactly why he got all those babies now. And I was just like, because he got a big dick, or he got a nice dick size? Like, what does that have to do with the number of kids he has?
So let me pause you real quick. How sad is that, to where there are women out here having babies with niggas because they got, quote unquote, a nice size or a big dick?
That's very sad. Very sad. Like, what does that matter? What does that got to do with anything? You want to have a child by me because I got a big dick? Really?
All right, go ahead. Yeah, listen.
That's how people think. Like, I mean, I know women think. Some women think
are.
Like that, so.
I mean, we're talking about your brethren or your sistren.
Well, I guess.
So
I don't know. They be mesmerized, stigmatized. You know,
I get
all that good stuff.
Unpause. So she was enamored by the illusion of, and not to say, because I don't know, and I really don't fucking care. But
yeah, we don't know if it was real. Photoshop.
She was enamored by the size of what was captured on, I guess, what somebody's screenshot or whatever.
Yeah. I honestly do not think it was real, because he is hosting his show. Mm-hmm. There's no way that his team let him go out with his print showing like that. I just don't believe that.
And there's no like video. There's no video footage. It's all like still images.
Right.
Like, no one said, "Hey, this is the Well, go ahead.
Yeah. No. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. There's no, like you said, there's no video. It's just pictures that have been photoshopped. You know, so no one knows if that's even a true image of his print or his, you know, whatever.
So,
but the internet went. He was trending, honey. He was definitely trending for that.
Absolutely. Listen. So if I'm in that situation, I think you have to do something quarterly to keep you trending. Whether it's me and and we'll just use him for example.
Okay.
My 6th child this year, and we're only in August, is being born. Or XYZ happens, da 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 da. Okay. Here's another 3 months. Blah blah blah, and you don't know why I'm trending, but you click on the trending topic, and damn, I ain't know why. Now I know why he got all these children. I used to say his baby mamas was dumb, but when I saw that print, girl.
Oh, now I know.
Girl, da 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 da. Like, oh,
you done that.
You know what I'm saying? So
I would have had a baby by him too.
Exactly.
Yeah, so yeah. Say shit like, yep.
So I get it. To where like the trending topics and everything happened, but I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, condolences to him and his wife. Well, not wife, but baby mom and family. For the child. And I don't know if it's kind of insensitive to talk about that, but that was a conversation we had. But I don't know if it's insensitive to talk about it coming off of the whatever he revealed and talked about after, because it kind of takes away from, because I think the news of why he was trending, the number one trending topic, and then the next day he announced So it almost like null and voids, but whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
it's still. Well, I don't even know if it's still trending. I don't even know if he's still trending for that, but it was definitely.
Probably not. Because, like I said, us men didn't care. We might have cared to the fact of like some of us to where like, that's all it takes. Like, well, let me slang this around. Let me slang this around. I got a big dick. Let me slang this around and see what happened there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. So what I did do, I screenshotted the picture and I posted it in my group, my girls chat that we got, and I put, "Okay, Nick," with the eyes, the eye emoji. Okay. So one of my homegirls came back and was like, "I'm good. I ain't fucking with that." My other girl was like, "Oh, I'll get on that." You know what I mean? Type thing. And I was like, "Why? Like, what is it, man?" He was like, "Man, that thing looked nice." And I'm just like, I guess, it is what it is. But yeah, it is the topic of the group chat, the girls group chat and all that stuff, because I already knew how they were going to respond. I'm not trying. She got my girl, hit that thing about to rearrange some organs and everything.
I don't want to like go into the waters to where I have you like really dig into the girl group chat and unearthing conversations that you should not have, because it's like supposed to be between the girls and this group chat conversation. But those are the type. Yeah. But no. So I mean, I can't think of a situation to where it's like, because none of my niggas have ever like came to me and said, "Bruh, her head or that pussy, like, oh my God, you like, nigga, you got this." But
I don't know men that do that.
But there are many instances to where women are like, "Girl, that nigga dick is big. Like, I gotta have that. Like, I gotta try."
Absolutely. Like, yeah, it is. That's the girls' group chat. It is. So you mean to tell me no one's ever posted a picture of, I don't know, somebody in the chat and you be like, "Yeah, damn, she bad," or, you know what I mean? I guess that's different from saying, "Damn, she got a fat pussy," or, what?
It is different. So but I think the attributes of how y'all look at men and how we look at women are different, because y'all can look at like a man that's 6'6", chiseled, dark skin, or however y'all like them, because some women don't like dark skin, some women like light skin, chiseled, dark skin, light skin, whatever your preference is, and be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll risk it all for him. There might be women that but I don't know. Like, it ain't like, I think there's a difference.
It is a difference, because there's definitely, I feel like in the girls chat, there's definitely more talk about what you will do with it, and you know what I mean? Or if he's this size or what. Because listen, I've seen these chats. We talked about different men in the chats, and it will go to like, "Girl, yeah, I thought his ass was gonna be working with something because I was blah blah blah," and then I got to it, and it wasn't even nothing.
But a lot of y'all women, a lot of women be like, oh, the biggest ain't the best. But so
yeah, because I don't know what to do.
So where does the rationality of working with, and let me listen, y'all, women, listen. I'm not caping for little dick niggas or big dick niggas or for myself at all. Listen, I don't know. It don't matter. So because you could be 8 inches for one woman and she be like, oh my God, that's big as fuck. Like this nigga, oh my God. And then there were some women that be like 8 inches, that nigga ain't shit. Like that shit was small. So whatever. But
yeah.
The dynamic is different. Like the dynamic.
I can see the dynamic being different. I can see it. Because that type of stuff intrigues women. Women are like, just look at who else has leaked their shit.
I think Trey Songz.
Who? Trey Songz. Yes, Trey Songz.
There's more.
Yeah, Trey Songz was the most recently one before Nick. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Trey Songz was. I think so. Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember it, but like that. But so in the girls' group chat, what was said about Trey Songz?
Hey, he big. He working with something. You know what I mean? He got a nice size. Girl,
you know what? Thinking about it. So when we talk about men, I was thinking about this earlier because I was shout out to We're All Adults Here podcast. I was thinking about this because they had mentioned something, you know, they was talking about male models and this and that. And I think y'all women don't put enough respect on Tyson Beckford's name.
Why do you say that? Why?
Because when you mention men, like even in our group chat, when the ladies in the group chat be talking about men, y'all never mention Tyson Beckford. For African Americans and men in general, how many African American male models can you name?
Not many.
Not whoa. You said not many.
Not many.
Name one.
Probably just him, actually.
Wait, exactly. I was going to ask you that. Name one besides Tyson Beckford.
What about is Boris Cujo? Is he a male model?
He's not a male model. He's not a model. He's never walked a runway or a strip or nothing.
Okay, so I think he's the only one then that I know of off the top of my head.
Y'all don't put respect on Tyson Beckford's name at all. At all.
Well, he's nice and chocolate, so.
But you're right. That is not somebody that we automatically be like, damn, have you seen Tyson? Or you're absolutely right. When y'all go to men, y'all go to like and for maybe Boris Kojo, but that's for women that like light-skinned men. I don't hear his name a lot.
Okay, well, I thought he was a male model at one point.
My listeners and viewers, they may correct me. I hope they will. I don't never think he was a model, but
okay.
For when as a woman, when you name, let me name three men.
3 random celebrity men.
3 random. No, you don't gotta be celebrity. 3 men that are beautiful to you, or handsome, gorgeous, whatever. Drake.
Okay. Drake and Morris Chestnut is nice and chocolate.
Okay.
Got a nice smile.
Okay. One more.
Reggie.
Oh,
no, let me give you another one. Let me give you another one.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't cover up unapologetic.
Oh gosh. Let me see who. Drake, Morris. You know what? Maybe because I've recently been watching this sitcom Harlem, Prom. Tyler Tarpley, I think that's how it's spelled.
Okay,
Tyler
so let me ask you.
He's like,
let me ask you this question, because this is a recent one that women have. So my generation, and I guess you can say your generation too, but it's became more relevant these days due to power and everything else. What about Method Man?
Method Man is looking very nicely. I mean, he's looking
aging
good.
Aging well.
He is.
Aging well. Okay, so either way it goes, you said your third, maybe Method Man or whatever else. But so you didn't mention Tyson Beckford. Why?
Because I don't I guess because we don't see him. We don't see him on social media. You don't hear about him a lot. You know what I mean? You don't hear about male models. You don't see male models are not in social media like that. They're not in the spotlight. So maybe that's why.
Yeah,
maybe that's why.
So, and this is something I just thought about. Could it be because of the possibility of maybe someone may have said, "Oh well, that's not black man-ish. That's not black man things. He could be potentially gay or hetero or whatever else."
Because he's a model?
It could be a reason, because your typical average or regular black man, or maybe he's not thug enough. He's not hard enough.
I think it's just because you don't hear a lot about male models. You don't hear a lot about women models. You know,
who don't?
I mean, I guess I don't know.
So a lot
okay, are women models in the spotlight like male models are? Who's a trending, a very well-known African American model?
Tyra Banks.
Woman.
Tyra Banks.
Tyra Banks ain't okay. Tyra Banks, yes. At one point.
Will forever be.
Okay,
but
yes.
So for black people, it's harder for us. So Naomi Campbell, I keep naming.
I'm talking about recently.
There are plenty of black female models that are like out there. Their names are like, but you can't name. So it's hard for me to think that Tyson Beckford is the only black man that's ever tried to be a model or whatever there is in the modeling aspect. It's hard for me to think that he's the only black man that ever tried to do that. But there are plenty of black women that you can name across the board that have been models, went for Miss America, Miss this, Miss that, Miss because so there is a Miss North Carolina, Miss Georgia, right. Miss South Carolina, Miss Tennessee, Miss whoever else. You can't tell me that there's not Mr. North Carolina, Mr. Georgia, Mr. Tennessee. Like there has to be there's an equal.
Right, there is.
And I'm pretty sure that, like, so for Miss Universe or Miss America, you know who they are.
Yeah.
Vivica Fox.
Yep.
We can name plenty of black women, but I'm pretty sure there's the equivalent to there are men, but we can't name a black man that has been on these platforms or stages. But the most prevalent black man, Tyson Beckford, because I can't tell you another black male. Black women don't even.
You're absolutely right.
Like black women don't even mention his name when they think about, oh, that nigga can get it, or he's a beautiful black man. He's this, he's that. And so, but in fairness to when I mention women, Tyra Banks ain't my first. She's not in my top 5 go-to women. When I say, you know what, if this woman came to me, I'm like, oh gosh, she's the most gorgeous, she's the prettiest, or whatever. Tyra Banks not in there. Naomi Campbell probably not in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it, but for women, like Tyson Beckford name isn't even mentioned at all. Like
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I Googled right now, Black male models.
Mm-hmm.
And Tyson Beckford, it said, who's the top Black male model? Tyson Beckford is the first one.
He gotta
He
be
is
number
definitely
one.
number one. He's
Gotta
number
put
one.
respect on that nigga
He
name.
models for Polo.
God, for not only for Polo, but for a lot of shit. Gotta put respect on that nigga name.
You're absolutely right. You're right. Cause
listen, yo, we
all
are
these other
podcasting
names,
right now.
I'm like,
we are podcasting. We talking that shit. But go ahead, Cherie.
all these other names, I'm like, I ain't never heard of these people before. But his name is up front. You're absolutely right, Reggie. So you do have to give him credit.
So listen, is Boris could Kadojo name up there?
Oh, what I said, Boris? No,
because he's not a model. So you know what? So for women that are like really like into I guess light-skinned men, Boris Kadojo is one of those. But Boris Kadojo is a Tyler Perry image. I'm going to make a movie. I'm going to make a movie, and I need a man to wear a wife beater, light skin, maybe light color eyes or whatever else. Blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? He's the image. Right. So and that's problematic to us Black people, because even in a lot of films, a lot of this, a lot of that, even like earlier, we sold the image to beauty for Black people is light skin, bright eyes, or this or that or whatever else. You know what I'm saying? But beauty can be light skin, dark skin, or whatever else. It don't have to be a foreigner's qualities in a Black person to be beautiful.
You're absolutely right. I agree.
I can date a light-skinned woman that's beautiful, but I can also date a dark-skinned woman that's beautiful. Mm-hmm. And she don't have the the light eyes or whatever else. And not all light-skinned women or light-skinned men are that color because they're mixed with another race or whatever else. I mean, Black is Black in all colors.
That is, you know what, Reggie? Let me tell you, this was very awkward. This conversation was very awkward. You did. So, me and my son, we were at Red Robin this weekend, this Sunday, right? And we were eating, minding our business, and there was a family of like 10, like right across from us.
Okay.
And the lady came up to me. She kept staring. You know how you can feel somebody staring at you? So I felt somebody staring at me. So I looked, and we made eye contact. So I was like, hey, and she was like, your son is just so gorgeous. I said, oh, thank you. And I told Kyrie, I said, tell her thank you. And she, Kyrie did it. Anyway, so the lady gets up from her chair and she comes and talks to me. She was like, excuse me, are y'all all Black? I was like, what? I said, excuse me? She was like, are you all Black? Are you mixed with something or anything? I said, no, we're both Black. Mm-hmm. And she was like, oh my gosh, his complexion is just so gorgeous. I was like, thank you. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I was like, ma'am, Black comes in all shades. You know what I mean? Like it comes in all shades. And she was like, I want to be that color. You know what I have to go do to be in that color? I got to go lay in the sun or in the tanning bed. I said, well, we're blessed to be the color that we are. And I said, the best thing about being Black is that it comes in all shades. It comes in all shades. Unlike you, you know what I mean? We are all shades of Black. But it made me, because she continued to stare or whatever, it made me uncomfortable. And then Kyrie was like, why she keep looking at me? You know what I mean? So it made him uncomfortable. So by that time I was like, can you just bring the check so we can go? But at one point I was like, damn, is she trying, like, I was confused because for one, I have never been approached like that. And for two, especially with my child with me. And then for two, it's like, at first I was like, was she trying to throw out some racist shit? Because I am in Washington. And then I was like, no, I don't think it was like a racist type I don't think she was underlying racist or anything. Maybe I was wrong. I don't know. But the short conversation that we had was very uncomfortable because I'm like, yo, do people not know that Black comes in all shades? Like, seriously. Like, if I was in, and I hate hearing this when people say, oh, pretty for a dark skinned girl. The fuck that got to do with anything?
Stop, Sheree, stop that. Stop
what?
We're not going to go there.
Go where?
Because you just said.
When people say that.
No, because the preference is majority a lighter skinned woman. So for me, I can't, you're right, but I can't shit on or talk, say that's bad for dark-skinned women because as a man, I know the majority or the preference is a lighter skinned woman.
All I'm saying is I hate when people say that. I hate it because I'm like, it shouldn't matter. Black is black, no matter what your shade is.
You're right, but I don't hate it because I know. So for me, speaking from a man's perspective, I know the majority or the preference is a lighter skinned woman because I know I've never heard a man say, you know what, I like dark skinned women because they make prettier babies. I've heard plenty of men say, I would rather a light-skinned woman or a white woman or a Puerto Rican woman because they make prettier babies. I've never heard a man say, I want a dark-skinned woman because they make pretty babies. You can have a dark-skinned woman and make pretty babies. So
absolutely,
you shaking your head, but am I right or wrong?
I don't know. I don't know.
Sheree.
I don't know. So maybe there is a stigma out there.
I'm telling you, as a man, and I'm pretty sure there are plenty of women listeners and viewers that will say this. Like I've heard plenty of men that say, I'd rather a light-skinned woman or a mixed woman because let's forget men. When you see a baby on social media that has curly hair, maybe some pretty eyes, someone will say, something about light skin or mixed or this or that. No one never says, oh, a dark-skinned woman can make a pretty baby. A dark-skinned woman and a dark-skinned man can make a pretty baby. It's always a mix, a light skin, a white, a black man and a Hispanic. Like it's never, oh, this dark-skinned woman is going to have pretty big, unless she's with a white man or a Hispanic man. You will never get a dark-skinned woman is going to have a pretty baby with a dark-skinned man.
Okay.
You're never going to hear that at all, period. And and that's what I challenge you to do your homework on, far as in asking your group chat or whatever else, because that's something that is a stigmatism and something bad that we and the world has taught us, because it's not something that's like really talked about a lot, to where two dark-skinned people can make a pretty baby, or a dark-skinned woman can make a pretty baby. Her baby has to be pretty if it's with a white man or a light-skinned man or a foreigner or whatever else. Or a dark-skinned man can't make a pretty baby with a dark-skinned woman. She has to be a light-skinned woman with whatever else.
So Reggie, I never said that it's not taught or whatever. I said I hate.
It's
that
not.
people think
But
like
so
that,
Sheree,
or
Sheree, listen.
people say that.
Listen, Sheree, you're not naive to social media.
Absolutely not.
So as long as you've been on social media, how many times have you heard that or seen that? Like these two dark-skinned people made a pretty dark-skinned baby, or is that the baby is blah 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 or whatever else. Like it's always the opposite.
I've never seen it.
So for me, it's us. We have to, in order to have a pretty baby, is we have to be with a light-skinned partner, a foreigner, or Hispanic or whatever else. That baby has to have some resemblance of light skinness in it.
Okay. Not so I'm not naive to it. I'm not at all.
So
the only thing I was saying is I hate for people to say things like that, because
so to even go deeper, people be like, yo, that's a pretty baby. That's a pretty baby. That's a pretty baby. That's this, that's that. So when it comes to the other side, they'll be like, that's a pretty dark-skinned baby. They never say, for dark-skinned babies, they never say that's a pretty baby. It's always, that's a pretty dark-skinned baby. That's a pretty dark-skinned woman. That's a pretty dark-skinned, that's a gorgeous, handsome, dark-skinned man. It ain't ever, that's a handsome man right there. It's always, when it comes to dark, it has to be the color in front of it. It never has to, it's never, that's a pretty woman. It's always, that's a pretty dark-skinned woman. That's a handsome, dark-skinned man. No, it ain't, you can see it. It's the truth.
Reggie, I am not
no, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like no, it's not going at you in general, but that's the like the realism of it. Like it's not like,
I understand.
Yeah, like so for when it's light, Mexican, whatever, light skin, is always, that's a pretty baby. That's a pretty baby. When you see a baby, it's always, damn, that's a pretty dark-skinned baby, or damn, that's a pretty dark-skinned woman. That's a pretty dark-skinned man. Like his teeth are blah, 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 white. Like, why can't dark-skinned man have white teeth like a damn light-skinned man or a white man? You know? Like, why you got to point out the specifics of he has versus, because you never say, oh man, that white man has pretty white teeth. That light-skinned man have pretty white teeth. It's always that dark-skinned man, that dark-skinned woman have pretty white teeth, but they're this, they're that. So not coming off on you, but because you're lighter in complexion, but that is some of the struggles that we have to deal with, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to that stigmatism, because it's always the when we try to become all inclusive or whatever else, it's always the color in front of it. That's a pretty dark skin, that's a handsome dark-skinned man. Man, she is pretty for a dark-skinned woman. Has anyone ever said to you, you are pretty for a light-skinned woman? No, never.
No.
Exactly.
No, Reggie, listen, once again.
But every dark-skinned woman has heard, like, you're pretty, like you're, and even from, not only from Black people.
Yeah.
But, well, not only from white people, but from Black people too, because we've been taught that, like, there are Black people, light skin, dark skin, is like, damn, like, that's a pretty chocolate motherfucker. Like, why you gotta, she's pretty, regardless if she's chocolate, light skin, or white. Like, that's something that, like, has been, like, thrust upon us and taught. Like, why can't she just why do you have to include her color in that? But on the other flip side, like, yes, I would like to celebrate her color, because it don't get the it doesn't get acknowledged like it should get praised. Exactly. It doesn't get acknowledged or praised like it should be, versus how a white woman's color or a light-skinned woman get acknowledged or praised. Like, yes, it should be acknowledged and praised, dark-skinned man, whatever else, but it doesn't. So
it doesn't.
the give and the take of, okay, the good and the bad, to why it doesn't, like when we say, oh, that's a pretty dark-skinned woman, that's a handsome dark-skinned man. But it shouldn't be that way, to where we say, it should be just like, oh, he's dark-skinned, that is a handsome ass man, or that's a pretty ass woman. Or instead of saying that's a pretty ass brown chocolate woman, oh my God, or that's a pretty brown chocolate ass man, like, oh, I like dark chocolate, oh my God, you know what I'm saying, like. But whatever, I digress.
I digress too. You know what? I opened up a whole can. My bad. I was just expressing that I hate to hear people say that, and when I do hear that, I do correct them, but like, why she got to be dark skin? Why can't she? And basically, like you just explained, I do be like, why she got to be a beautiful dark skin woman? Why can't she just be beautiful? You know what I mean? And because it's irritating, because guess what? My mother is not light skinned. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. It does not matter. Hold on, Reggie.
I am.
So when lady spoke to me, it made me very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. And I felt like she felt it. She knew, because it was an older lady. She looked like she was probably in her 70s, but I don't know. Could have been, I don't know, whatever. So like she was in her 70s. So I didn't want to be disrespectful, but at the same time, you're making me uncomfortable. And now you're making my 7-year-old uncomfortable because you keep staring at him. You know what I mean? And it made me feel some type of way, because you automatically think that I was mixed with something because I'm light complected. No, I am Black. You know what I mean? I am Black.
Talk to
all the way. I'm not mixed with shit. Okay. My mother is...
Got a little engine in you?
Got what?
Engine? You got a little engine in you?
You know they say that.
I got the curly hair because I'm Indian. I got a little Indian.
Right. But I'm saying every Black person got a little Indian in them, so they say. Anyway, but no, you know what I mean? Don't sit up here and think because my complexion is this shade that I'm not Black. And I felt like she was very... I think she was just like, I don't know. It was just uncomfortable conversation. We did not stay that much longer after that. Good thing is we already had our food or whatever. But yeah, she made me very uncomfortable, because my thing is, what if there was my mother sitting with us? You know what I mean? Would you say the same thing to her? Because my mother is dark skinned. She's darker than me. You know? So,
and your father's lighter?
My father, yeah.
Okay.
I get my complexion from him.
Okay. Now that you said that, you've seen my father.
Okay, yeah.
You haven't seen my mother or met my mother. But so the crazy thing is, my father is dark skinned. My mother is lighter, very lighter. My mother, her father is dark. His wife, my grandmother, is Indian.
Okay.
So I assume my mother got her color, complexion, or whatever from her mother, light skin. My grandfather is brown. I think I'm darker than my grandfather. But so my father is dark skinned, or maybe the same color as me. My mother is lighter. But so I don't know if I'm divulging too much information, but it don't matter. My father and my mother are not together. My father is remarried to another woman. I love her to death. She's great, wonderful woman. With that woman, my father has 5 kids. With my mother, my father has 3 children. One of them, I'm the middle. I am the middle. The oldest passed away before I was born. SID, sudden infant syndrome, SIDS,
Syndrome. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
SIDS, whatever. For those of y'all don't know what it is, look it up. But it's common. Well, not is it common?
It's
What,
it is. It is. And small,
it happens.
Right.
But
Right.
you know, SIDS, sudden infant syndrome, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But out of all my father's kids, I am the darkest.
Yep.
I am the darkest. Like, I am the only child from my father that is brown skin or dark skin.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else is lighter in complexion. My sister, from him and my mother, my sister is what you would call yellow, red. Well, she's not. She's not red. I guess she's a mixture between yellow and brown. Maybe she's not dark skinned, but she's not light. Well, you know what? Nisi is light. She's light.
Okay.
The others with his wife, and both. So my mom and his wife that he's married to now are both yellow, as us Black people would say.
Yellow, right?
All the kids. My father has about 7, maybe. It's hard to count because of the deaths or whatever else. But it's more than 6 and 7.
Okay.
I am the only one that's dark skinned or brown skinned. Well, besides my younger brother that passed away 3 to 4 months. Rest his soul.
Right.
Somebody's got it, whatever. But yeah, so he's probably my complexion. But yeah, I'm the only so I might be the black sheep because I'm the only one that ain't the same color as everybody else. But I'm the beloved. If you want to say that. If you want to say that. But yeah. So everybody is light. Everybody is lighter than me, way lighter than me. Interesting.
It is interesting. It isn't because so it's just me and my sister. Out of just kind of like you, out of me and my sister, I am the lightest. I am the lightest. So if we take a family photo with me, my mom, my dad, and my sister, guess who's gonna be the lightest out the family? Me. I am the lightest. But guess what? My mom and dad are my mom and dad. You know what I mean? It's not like I was after anything. It's just, I don't know. My sister is not, she's what they would call brown. She's darker than me. Like, she's an inspiring makeup artist, right?
Okay.
So, when I go home to visit and she was like, well, let me, practice on you. It's to the point where her shade is way, like, it doesn't even compare. Like, she can't even get away with putting her shade of foundation on me because the shade difference is just so much different. You know what I mean? Like, I am the lightest one in my family. Even when I was growing up, and this is crazy, even when I was growing up, I was lighter than probably what I am now. You know what I mean? People will probably say, oh, you was almost albino. Probably. You know what I mean?
Right.
But people will always be like, call me white girl because I had very long hair when I was younger. So they would call me white girl, little Mexican girl, all this stuff. You know what I mean? Growing up. And I'm just like, if y'all see my parents, y'all would know. They were like, oh no, you adopted and all this stuff. You know what I mean? Just because, my mother is dark skinned and my father, I can't even say my father is light skinned. My father is brown.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But when you have to understand that generations, when you have a child, they go back generations. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you never know. Like my aunt on my dad's side, me and her are the same complexion, and they would say, "Oh," they will always used to think my aunt was my mother because they say, "Oh, y'all are the same complexion, y'all look so much alike," but no, she was my aunt.
You know, that's interesting.
It's weird.
It is. It is. But so that is like and I don't want to get into racism and colorism and all the other stuff on this podcast, but that is like what we have to deal with Black people, because we are like subconsciously we are taught that lighter is better. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like for us Black people, we like you love dark-skinned men, right? You love them. But when we mention something, guess who was the first name came out your mouth? Drake.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that is something that's like forced upon us. I don't know. Like,
hey, it happens in the military too, believe it or not.
Well, we're not even gonna get into the military.
Yeah, that's a whole other.
You're
absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
As we would, and that's a military term. That's a whole nother ball of wax, like that you have to unravel.
You're absolutely right.
Or whatever else. Because yeah, like it's crazy. But yeah, I mean, like it's crazy to that dynamic and to how we look at it and view it, and even how it's forced upon us. And I don't even know how we landed into that conversation, but it's good that we got there, because it wasn't for any of like I got plenty of topics. Like this is not like anything that we was going to talk about.
Yeah, I'm sorry, we got off on a tangent.
No, it ain't all. It's a good conversation, but like it ain't nothing that like I was like keying in on, focus on. But it is like the realism or reality of what like we deal with and what's forced upon us, because it is that way. Because like I said, like when we view, like you never say like, damn, she pretty for a light-skinned girl. She pretty for a dark, well, he's handsome for a dark-skinned man. It's always like, yo, that dark-skinned woman over there is, oh my God, she's pretty. Or that, like, that's a handsome ass dark-skinned man.
Yep.
Like for the darker color, you always have to add that color onto it.
I get it.
Even with Black people, like I'm pretty sure you can find yourself saying like that dark skinned man, like him, he got pretty teeth. He got this. You ain't never said, oh, that light skinned man got pretty teeth.
Right.
He got pretty this. He got pretty that. It always comes with color. And
you're right.
To think about it, like I've said, like, damn, look at that chocolate sauce over there. Like, oh my God. But I've never said, look at that yellow. Look at that yellow thing.
Exactly. You automatically be like, damn.
Yeah. So like for the most part, it's been forced. Like, I hate to say it's been forced upon us, but I don't think naturally us black people tend to go to the color of somebody and be like maybe if it's white, like, oh, you might say, yo, that white boy got swag.
Right.
Or that white boy got this, that white boy got that. You know what I'm saying? We might say that, but I've never said like that light-skinned woman, and this for Black people, that light-skinned woman, or man, that red bone, that yellow, like. But when it comes to, for dark skin, when it comes to this or that, and even for light skinned people, that might be a whole thing altogether. Cause you never be like, oh, that light skinned man or he red bone dude over there. Mm-hmm. But you probably said like that white boy over there, that dark skin.
We do it to ourselves. Other people, we allow people to do it to us.
Yeah.
Like I said, that woman made me very uncomfortable because it's like, why can't I be lighter complected, light skinned, and a Black woman? Why do I have to be mixed with something?
No. Well, you know what? You're right on that aspect.
Yeah. I automatically have to be mixed with something. You know, I have to have something in my bloodline because of my complexion. Well, really, I'm just like, yo, people cannot be that naive to not think that Black comes in different shades.
I feel your flight and your struggle, your pain, your talk.
Okay.
But why in the same breath does it have to be you can be pretty in general? You don't have to be pretty, but you don't have to be pretty for a light-skinned woman.
Right. I get it. Reggie, we on the same page.
Yeah. But if he or she is dark, he's pretty or he's handsome for a dark-skinned man. She's pretty for a dark-skinned woman. It's never the fact of, you know what? Hey, that light-skinned girl over there. Oh my God! Like light-skinned women are.
Yeah, you never hear that. Yeah, you're right. You are right. I'm agreeing with you.
It's crazy because my ex-wife, and you can I guess call her baby mother. She is her mother is chocolate.
Okay.
Her father is, I want to say, Hispanic.
Okay.
Right? Mm-hmm. She is very light.
Okay.
Right? The daughter we had, Passion, is chocolate. That's my baby. But it's just funny how it works because depending on who looks at it, but I'll never say like I made a pretty chocolate baby. Like I'm just like my baby, my girl is like gorgeous.
Pretty. Exactly.
But depending on who you talk to and who you look at, like it's like, oh my God, like he got a pretty dark skinned girl. Like and even think about that, like I don't know how the fuck I turned out brown or whatever else, chocolate. Because some people might say, oh, he's a mocha. I don't know. Because I'm not like Black. But and all my brothers and sisters are beige and lighter or whatever.
Beige. So we beige now.
Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, it's anomaly. It's anomaly. But shout out to my brothers and sisters. My baby Passion, gorgeous, chocolate.
She is gorgeous. She is a gorgeous young woman.
She's still finding herself. And I'll welcome it. Someone said, "Oh, she should be a model." I mean, but it's for some, it's not for some. I got something to talk to you about this episode. But anyway, so this is what I wanted to talk to you about. I saw this, and oh my God, this is the episode. This is one of them long.
What you say? We podcasting. We
podding now. We podding. This is one of the longer ones. But so as far as in love and loving someone, can you love two people at the same time, the same type, the same way, relationship wise? I'll throw this out here to you. Can you be in love with two men at the same time?
No.
Why
In
not?
love, no.
Why not?
Because the type of love that you give to someone that you truly are in love with,
Mhm.
truly and genuinely in love with, only one person can get that type of love. You may think you're in love with the other person, and it could be lust. Lust and love are very thin, like on the same, like they neck and neck. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And you have to be able to know the difference between the two. So I'm gonna say no, you cannot love two people at the same time. Not genuinely love two people at the same time. There is no way. There's no way because there's no way that you're
So
all
let me
day,
stop you
every
real quick.
day.
Let me stop you real quick.
Okay.
Like you can't like, of course, not the same way, because you can't have two pair of shoes and be like, you know what, I love these and I love these the same. Like, there's always going to be one you like, you know what, these are my go-to shoes right here. I'm going to love. So yeah, um, I asked you this because you do have the different type of relationships, like let's say a polyamorous relationship, right?
Okay.
And the reason why I say this is because I saw this post. It said, we are a poly couple looking for a girl to be with us in a relationship. And this was the woman posting this. So we are a polyamorous couple looking for a girl to be with us in a relationship. We live a BDSM lifestyle and relationship. However, we are not looking for someone that is simply focused on sex or wanting to have sex. That's not what we want. We want love and a relationship, me and him. And then they went on to list the things to where they say we're both gamers. This is them. We're both gamers. We stream on Twitch. We love to talk about different things, movies, music wise, or whatever else. I have a book that I published. He has a book that he's writing right now. He published. We're just looking for someone that is, looking for the same things that we are. So to this lifestyle, and you and I live a different lifestyle. But so to this lifestyle, BDSM lifestyle, there are a couple things that you have to add into it. Okay, you have to kind of let go of your insecurities. You have to let go of the jealousy trait that you may have. You have to let go of an insecurity trait, because depending on the lifestyle that you live and within the BDSM community or whatever else, you can't be jealous or insecure. You have to, even if you are not into the BDSM lifestyle, and let's say you want to have a threesome, you can't be an insecure woman or an insecure man. You have to be able to say, you know what, and we use you for example. I'm with my man. I want to give him a threesome. I have to let go of the thought or fact that, oh, this nigga is moaning different when she riding his dick than when I do. Because that's gonna fuck you up. And Joe, you're gonna be like, nigga, stop this shit right now. I ain't never heard you moan like that when I ride your dick. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to let go of them insecurities. And so even for a man, so if you was a man and you was whatever you was doing and you heard your girl moan different, you have to let go of them insecurities. So I don't want to base this just strictly off man or off woman. So you have to let go. So if you want to do that in general, you have to. And threesome it's not so uncommon. You know what I'm saying? There are threesomes happening more often than we know. More with, man, woman than man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Most women don't want to be like, you know what? I got two dicks in me at the same time. Like that ain't the ebb and flow. You know what I'm saying?
No,
But so
not at all.
So as a woman, the insecurities of that you have to kind of let go of and be like, you know what? I'm doing my
I'm giving
thing.
my man what he wants.
I'm giving my man what he wants, but also I'm doing my thing. She's doing her thing. My man's enjoying it. It's kind of selfless. Like he's being pleased. Watching him being pleased is me being pleased too and enjoying it. She gonna go home at the end of the night. I'm going to lay in the bed, cuddle up with him. We gonna go to sleep. He ain't think about that bitch when we wake up in the morning or whatever else. But a lot of women are like, but so for the other side of it, maybe they may think like I said, I ain't never heard him moan like that. Like this ain't it. Like he's going like he's losing me or this or that or whatever else. But with what I read to you, can you as a man or even a woman, is it possible for us to be in love with two people at the same time and carry on a relationship? Like be in a polyamorous, it happens so far more than what we know, because for anyone that's listening to this podcast or watching it that's not into a BDSM lifestyle, a polyamorous relationship is way more common than what we would like to think.
So I think to even just be a part of the whole BDSM lifestyle, you have to be open, right?
Okay.
Because like you were saying, you have to let go of your insecurities. You have to let go of your jealousies. All these different things that could be making, when you say, hey, my man is my man, that is not necessarily true in the BDSM lifestyle. And then having a polyamorous relationship, well, I think in that type, you already have that mindset where I guess you're training yourself, or you already have that mindset where yes, you can potentially two people at the same time. I don't think that's in that type of like, but if you're in a monogamous relationship, or if you're trying to be in a monogamous relationship with someone, there is, for me, I don't think there's absolutely no way where you can love two people at the same time. Your key word,
you said monogamous. So if you have a couple that or a woman that's like, listen, we are looking for a third to our relationship, someone that will value us and love us in this relationship. Like we're not so much focused on sex. We're looking for someone that can love us and value us. I don't know where the female to female interaction come to, because it may be a female that's not into being with another female, or maybe she may be a female that wants to be with, if she had to, okay, I will be with another female if it's on the basis or premises of being with another man. But there are women out there that's saying like, you know what, hey, we're looking for someone else to add on to our relationship, like someone else that we can love and really wants to be with us, and we want to be with them, and we can welcome into our relationship to where we are one. We all combined as one.
I'm sure it's possible. I don't know, because for me,
are you willing to let go of your insecurities to, well, so let's start at a basic level.
Okay.
Are you willing to let go of your insecurities to be with to give your man a threesome?
I am.
Are you really?
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
So even if you heard him moan different, if you felt like he was giving the outside entity a little more, and this just even if you felt like it, if you felt like he was giving the outside entity, because I'm going to tell you like this, like, listen, I've been in a threesome before, but to where I was like doing what I do, but my lady, she got the 5-star package that I had, right? You know what
so
I'm
it has to be rules. There's gonna be rules.
No, she got the 5-star package that I had, and when I came, whether it was in her or on her, she got it.
Okay.
But there has always that, but at one particular time, there was like, you know, I ain't never heard you moan like that or say this or say that to me. I'm like, my girl, not verbatim.
Right. Okay.
You got the finishing move. You got the come, the package, whatever else. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I find it like it's those specific things for, you know what I'm saying, women that might make it different.
I agree. I completely agree with you.
So are you willing to let go of those insecurities or whatever else to where you deep dive or think like afterwards, like, you know what? That nigga ain't never told me to do this or do that. But you're not thinking about this, but in his mind, he's like, yo, she did this, she did that. I told her to do this, but when I was ready to come, I finished it. Like, my girl was on me, my woman was on me. I'm telling her blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she finished the job. It's always the simple fact of, you know what? This nigga told this bitch something different. I ain't never heard.
So I think a woman is automatically gonna be like, oh, you know, she fucking this man, or you fucking this girl, and like you said, she's making you moan like this or whatever. But in our minds, do we say, oh, well, he finished with me or whatever? No, we don't think like that. You know what I mean? We don't think like that. But to go back to your question, yes, I think, and it's not, yes, I will be willing to let go of my insecurities because this is something that my man asked for, you know what I mean? And I feel like I should be obligated, or this is something I want, either he asked for it or something that I want to do for him to spice it up in the bedroom or whatever, you know what I mean? So I feel like I should be obligated to do that for him and not let my insecurities or anything, jealousy or whatever, get in the middle of it. Now it is, now what I am going to do is afterwards when she gone home or whatever and we chilling in the bed or whatever, I'm gonna be like, what's up? Well, how was it? You know what I mean? I saw you doing this to her or what.
Oh my God, you don't fuck the whole vibe.
No, I mean, I'll be like, what's up? What did you think of it? Is it something that you want to do on a regular or whatever? And I may be like, man, that shit was fun. We need to do that more often. You know what I mean? Like, she needs to be our go-to, our third person. You know, something like that. I don't know.
Listen,
I think a man would like that shit.
No. So you're going to put him in an awkward position asking him, like, how was it? Like, blah, blah, blah. Because a man is not going to know how to answer that in general. Like, he could never say, you know what? Like, yo, she did a thing.
No. I'm not saying like that. I'm saying
No.
overall.
So let me stop. So even overall, he can't be like, yo, she did a thing. Like, yeah, next time we have a threesome, she need to come back. But baby, you did your thing too. You was crazy, and you might be like, I don't know. Or a typical woman might be like, I don't know. She did a thing. Like he liked that a little too much. Like, I don't. As a woman, and even so, I would think so. Even as a man, like you always want to be number one, top dog, uno, whatever. Like, as a man. So as a man, I'm never going, and I think most men are like this. Most men, some men are like this. If a man asks you this, it's an indictment on his character and how you feel about him. But a man, there's not many times a man is gonna ask you like, is my dick like who dick was better? Who fucked?
Oh no, who
did that? That's an indictment on men. Women will ask you that before a man would.
Absolutely.
A man will never ask you like, this nigga ain't fuck you like that, or he ain't eat your pussy like this, or whatever else. A man might say that or throw that out there to you, like, yo, listen, I know you got a man, a nigga and all, but he can't give you no dick like I can. He can't fuck you like me. He can't eat that pussy like me. But a nigga's never gonna ask you that about another nigga that he already know is doing it, and he's doing it, and in the middle of that shit.
You're right. I agree. I agree with you. They're not.
So I think that would be an indictment on that man. So for a woman to ask you that question afterwards,
so most of us
are gonna think it's a trap. Most of us gonna think it's a trap. It's gonna be like, baby, listen, you know you the best. Like, stop it. Why you even ask me that?
Yeah, ask me.
Because soon as I say, like, listen, that shit she was doing, like, you're gonna be like,
my face gonna be turned
also you
up.
like that bitch. Well, why don't you go be with that bitch then?
Exactly. My face gonna be turned. Yeah, you're right. You are right. But I was asking overall, like, what was that? How you like it? Overall.
No, overall you can't.
So don't ask at all.
Overall, you can't even do that. Because if he even mentioned something that she did that you don't do, it's automatically, oh, so you like that shit? Like, I ain't never did that shit.
But again, we are removing our insecurities, right?
But that's
so I feel like you have to be open.
That's for a woman that can remove their insecurities.
Yeah, so I'm saying, I feel like if you're giving your man a threesome or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're doing that, right? Would you say that you're doing that, removing your insecurities?
No, no. So a lot of women, I'm not gonna say a lot of, some will do it just off the strength of, because they think that's what he wants. Okay. They might not be 100% comfortable with it.
Okay.
And it's hard for not just women, but it's harder for a lot of us, women and men, to remove insecurities. To where, so it's rare that you're gonna find a man. I'll say this, and then I'll go to the other part. It's rare that you're gonna find a man that say, you know what? Let me bring another nigga into the bedroom, and me and him can fuck my girl.
Yeah. You're absolutely right.
It's rare that you're gonna find another man that will say that, but on the flip side, it's rare that you're gonna find another woman that wants two dicks in her at the same time. But ego purposes for men, like, nah, I'm the only dick that she needs, blah 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 blah, or whatever else.
Right.
But so on the other side, I think the insecurity part plays more for women than it do with men. the ego part plays more for men than it do with women.
Okay,
And
I can agree with that.
Even women in the aspect to where, hey, I'm about to say this in front of unapologetic nation. Well, unapologetic family. Tell your hoes to calm down. You hit them later.
Right.
Tell your hoes you got them. You'll hit them back later. For our listeners, y'all don't see what's going on. For our viewers, y'all see what's going on. But yeah, tell your hoes you'll hit them back later. Tell them unapologetic is happening right now. But yeah, that's all I got to say on that. Let's go ahead and close this out.
Okay, I can agree with you, Reggie.
I don't even know where we was at. Tell your hoes thank you. But
oh my gosh.
No, you good. You know, I'm on D&D, but whatever.
Exactly. But yeah, I agree with you. Women have to remove their insecurities, and
but men too. But I'm never going to remove that insecurity to where and I think that insecurity and pride and ego are all entangled into one more than what a woman is. You know what I'm saying? But I would never introduce a threesome to a woman I'm with. Anytime I've had plenty of threesomes, I've never introduced it to a woman. She's always introduced it to me. Out of all the threesomes I had, there's only been one woman to where it was like, well, she felt uncomfortable to where she was like, she blah 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 blah. The other one, but there was always ground rules and everything laid out. Like it was never like the whatever. Because I mean, like you said, I think you have to let go of the insecurities and the jealousy factor.
Yep. I think if you know you're in a solid relationship, like when I say solid, I mean like solid relationship, then y'all can do like wild shit, be a part of do threesomes, be a part of the BDSM lifestyle somewhat. I feel like if you can do that, you have a very solid relationship. So a threesome is not going to make or break you in your relationship. You know what I mean? If anything, it's just heighten your sex life.
You're right. I agree with you. Couldn't agree with you more. But ladies and gentlemen, that is Unapologetic episode 70. It is crazy to think about Unapologetic is on episode 70, like from where it began to where it is now. Even if you think about it, a podcast a week, and a week is what, 64, 65 days? What is it? My man, I've been drinking. Y'all, don't kill me.
52.
I'm on my
52 weeks in a year.
Okay, 52? Okay, so 52 weeks, like, wow, like we have literally, regardless if Dre has been on or not, like have literally pumped out 70 episodes.
Yep.
Like
amazing. That's good.
It is.
And you're consistent, like, which is good.
And not even to mention the fact that December 2020, we took a break because we were just trying to figure out what we going to, because I mean, for our core base, day one people, it was three of us. It was three of us that started.
Right.
It was three of us that started, and 2, 3, 4 months later, it just ended up being, me and Dre.
Right.
and to still be, pumping out and be on episode 70, whether he's been on all of them or not. Like, it's crazy to where whatever. I mean, it's, some people might be like, blah, 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 whatever else. But, it is kind of a big deal in a sense because, the numbers are the numbers. And
Yep.
to have people that listen and watch the episode, means a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you can talk to someone daily and they don't give a fuck what you're talking about or whatever else. But for someone to actually tune in to YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Pandora, whatever all these other DSPs are, and to just like listen to what you're saying, like that's crazy to mean a lot. Like who would ever thought that little old Reggie, little old Dre, or whoever else, people are going to be listening to them weekly, just talk, whatever, relationship, sports, whatever. Like, but I digress again. We're going to close this out. What do you got to say to the unapologetic family? And you are a part of this unapologetic family, Cherie. You are a key staple. And I want to tell you right now on this platform that I appreciate you. You have definitely stepped in and filled in to when I need somebody, you are there. And like I said, to begin with, it's easy to outsource and go talk to different people and put together different things, but the continuity is not always the same, so just to, when Dre's not here, to have a familiar face to, for someone to fill in, just talk to me is a breath of fresh air. And I definitely appreciate you for that. And I love you for that 100%. You did not know anything about podcasting.
Not at all.
At all, from episode whatever that you appeared on. But you know what I'm saying? You are definitely the material. And your input is great and I value it. And just you being here. And even with Dre Get Back, I do envision us having like episodes to where it's all three of us, because you are, like I said, I feel like you're a staple. I can't honestly say unapologetic, moving on without actually having you here and there, in episodes, coming up, without Dre. Because if I need a female correspondent, you are definitely it. Outside of Aisha, shout out to Aisha, my homegirl. I love her. That's my sister. Podcast. We did a podcast today, and I didn't know we was coming up on our year anniversary, but yeah. I do. It gets kind of monotonous, listening to two men talk about relationships and all this other stuff, and not having the woman, interaction into it. So yeah. For you and Aisha, I definitely appreciate y'all for that.
Thank you. I really do appreciate it.
The floor is yours. We're closing this out. I just had to give you your flowers.
Thank you. Thank you, Reggie. Thank you. You're absolutely right. I appreciate it. And what you don't know, maybe we've talked about it before, that this, being in Washington, you already know how I feel. This is very therapeutic for me. Okay. So that's why I make myself available. Anytime you need me, anytime you say, hey, I want to record an episode, I may have some shit going on, but I will personally make myself available because it is therapeutic for me. And I do enjoy it a lot. It's a newfound passion that I may have. I mean, I don't know if I don't see myself starting my own, but I do enjoy being on the podcast with you. So thank you very much. You found something that I didn't know that I had or liked or enjoyed. You brought that out of me. So I really do appreciate it. Thank you. And anytime that you need me, I am available to record. I'm available to record. But other than that, Dre, as always, we miss you.
Yes.
And I enjoyed episode 69. I enjoyed that. Also like the number. And but
you know,
other than that,
go ahead.
If you want to follow me, I am still not on Facebook. I probably will not be back on until the new year.
Mm-hmm.
Just Facebook has a lot of drama, and the people that I follow on Instagram is mainly like boutiques and different type of things.
Positive.
But Facebook is very positive. Facebook
is littered with a bunch of everything. Like
y'all
bitches don't do it like me. Y'all niggas don't floss like me. Let me throw my accomplishments in your face, and let me for sure. I mean, like my own.
So I love. So IG has been it for me. So I'm not on Facebook right now. I will probably deactivate after the new year. We'll see. But that's not it. That's not it right now. So I'm on IG, Red Diamond _85. And once again, thank you, Reggie and Unapologetic Family Nation.
Thank you. And shout out to all my other guests and co-hosts I have. This journey is crazy. 70, man. Could I envision myself or not even myself? Just the unapologetic being here at 70. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. And just think about it.
Wait till you hit 100 because you're going to go there. You're going to hit it and you're going to keep going.
I know.
It's coming. It's there. You right there. You can't stop.
Well, 30 is a lot. 30 more episodes is a lot. That's 30 weeks. If we release, and I hate to keep saying if we release constantly for another 30 weeks, like you would think like 30 weeks from now, when is that really? Because there's only 4 weeks in a month. So if you look at it, that's like 6 unapologetic technical difficulties, but whatever. To close it out, like I said, I appreciate everybody that has ever helped and assisted me and Dre along this journey. It means a lot. Not to get sentimental and all the other shit, because I think we haven't even like scratched the surface of what we want to do and where we want to be. But the direction is clear and we're going there. I try to provide good content as well as Dre, good content weekly in and out to where, we're giving y'all something to enjoy, whether Dre is on or Dre is not. That's my guy. Love him to death. Shout out to Dre. But yes. That's it. Episode 70. We here. Honestly, I love this episode. This is good. And actually, this is probably one of my most longest episodes because we're close. I've done 2 episodes today that's close to 2 hours.
Hey, you've been potting all day.
I know, right? But I appreciate you and the listeners, the viewers, all that good stuff. Unapologetic family, and as Dre said, Unapologetic Nation. Tune in to next week. We will be back to give y'all some more good content. As always, unapologetic with unfiltered. We will see y'all next week. Let me take us out with a little music. Do I got some of the shit that we came in with? I don't know. I'm gonna give y'all 10 seconds of what we came into because I think 15 is the max. But where we at?
Hey,
listen, we out of here. Unapologetic. Catch us next week.
bye.
You know what it is. Thanks for listening to another episode of Unapologetic, the podcast. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.
Better follow me.